Hey everybody, this is Shelly with At Home with Shelly, and I'm so glad that you're here. When you did your search bar today, hopefully on your computer you looked at success or even building success, and that's how you found me. So I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to give you some tools on building success at home and with At Home with Shelly. So the first question is, what is success? I think that means different things to different people. And so as I look at it, there were a few things that I came up with. One would be success with money, success with fame, good relationships, health, career, or even power. But success could really mean family. It could mean anything. So let's take a look at what building success really is. And you see that I have my tools here, so we'll talk about that as well. Success is the opposite of failure. Failure means you don't achieve your goals. So just know that there will be failures and that there will be some goals that you will not achieve. But that doesn't mean that you're not successful. It just means you keep pressing on to achieve those particular goals. The next thing is that when preparation meets opportunity, there is success. So that means you've got to prepare for your success, whatever that is. Success can be actually mapping out your plan. So that means that you have to have a plan. Again, success can mean mapping out a plan. So what is this in front of me? This is actually a blueprint, which they don't even use blueprints anymore, but it really is a map or a plan of building a house. And that means that whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is that you're trying to be successful with, you've got to have a plan. And you've got to write it down. Make sure that you're committed to it and that you actually have other people who will help you to be accountable to it. The next thing is, when you look at success, you have to have tools. That's why behind me there's a toolbox, there's a hard hat. We're actually at home, but we're on my construction site. And I brought some things in here to kind of show you that this is what you need. But not the actual tools, but there are some tools that can help you to be successful. So let's look at them. In my toolbox, there's a hammer, there's some measuring tape, there's all kinds of different things. But in this particular case, our tools are going to be, number one, how much, well, we talked about the blueprint. But the second thing is, how much is your success going to cost you? So I borrowed a few dollars here from my team or my crew here to really ask them, give me money so I can kind of tell you how much it's going to cost. Now we know that success really is costly, but that may not be necessarily in finances. It could actually be in how much time it's going to cost you, how much sweat is going to cost you, how much preparation it's going to cost you. So before you build anything, including success, you really do have to know what the cost is going to be. And you count the cost before you start your building. Again, you have to count the cost before you start building. The next tool that you're going to need in your toolbox or At Home with Shelly is, do you have a building permit? Again, do you have a building permit? Now you say, what does that mean in terms of success? Well, the question is, have you given yourself permission to become successful? A lot of people really haven't given themselves permission to become successful. They sabotage what it is that they're trying to do, or they just look for other people's approval. You have to give yourself permission to say, yes, I want this. Yes, this is important to me. And yes, this success is important to my destiny and to my life. So the next thing is, do you have a permit? Did you actually ask the Father, is that okay? Is that okay? Is that something that you really want me to do, Lord? Make sure that you have that permit. The next tool that we have in our toolbox is, how long will it take you? Again, how long will it take you? That is a tool that we really need to take a look at. And what that means is, whether it takes you weeks or months or even years, you have to count the cost and decide how long it's going to take you. It may take a long time for what your particular success is. It may be shorter depending on your goals. But you have to really take a look at how long the success is going to take you and know that you're ready for the ride of your life. The next thing is that you have to look at the fact that there are change orders. Anytime that you build something, the architect can come and tell you that there are change orders, or you telling the architect there are change orders. And what a change order is when you're building a building is it's when you started someplace and then you have to make a change in the middle of whatever that construction is. That means that your orders will change. And what that means is that you have to be willing to adjust things in your building. Everything may not come out successfully the way you want it to. So you have to look at what it is that you're building and decide, I have to tweak it here or tweak it there, and there may be changes. So just know that there may be some adjustments. The next thing is that you need a home inspection. You need to make sure that you're inspecting your success. And that means, is this what you really wanted? Have you worked hard enough to achieve the goals that you want? A building inspection on any building is so important because it means that you can't take occupancy until it's been inspected. So I've heard the phrase, it's not necessarily what you inspect, but it's inspecting what you expect. Inspecting what you expect. And that means that you have to take a look at it and say, okay, is this really what I wanted? Is this building the way I wanted it to be? Is this success, the power, the money, the relationship? Is it successful the way I wanted it to be? Why are we building what we're building? Dare to be different. When you're building whatever that success is, whether it be power, money, relationship, career, whatever it is, dare to be different. Don't be like the cookie cutter buildings that you've seen. Dare to be different in your building of your success. And do it now. We've talked about in other videos the fact that you cannot procrastinate. You must do what you do now because you may not have time to do it later. So do it now. Procrastination can actually cause a collapse in your building. Did you hear me? Procrastination can cause a collapse in your building. So do it now. And then finally, don't be like the unknown tombstone. And that means that you take your building to the grave. Don't take your success to the grave. Do it now, make sure it's what you want to do, and make sure you build it with everything that you have. I'm At Home with Shelly, and I've given you the tools for success. Just go build. Know that I don't have all the answers, but I know the one that does. Make sure that you come and visit us again. Subscribe to At Home with Shelly, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.